This guy can get anything done one-on-one against one of the best corners in the game.
Right, and this corner really can shut down half the field. And that's a big problem. This offense, they really need to win this matchup. They need their wide receiver to beat that defensive back. And I don't know if that's possible. He's just so good, been so consistent. Palmer, you tell me how you're going to win this matchup.
Well, you're not going to win it every play, that's for sure. You can't avoid that side of the field the entire game. I think it's just going to come down to this offense in the critical down and distances when there's a third down and the coverage dictates that you've got to throw it against him. That's the play you need your receiver to win. And whether or not they have a guy that can win that matchup offensively, we're going to find out here pretty soon.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. To the air, it's Svoboda. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success and that reached the highest mountaintops, they had great defense to go with it. This defense playing well.
The Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's going to take off. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Kemp. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Wolverines are on the move. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. Hard-hitting tackle. It'll be 3rd and long. Back to pass. It's Svoboda. Grabbed over the middle. It's Boyd. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. And this one is perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. From inside the 10, here he comes. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. On the ground, it's Coleman.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. And the Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Ginn. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the 1st quarter. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll run it from the gun. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. There he goes down the right side. And he eluded the defense and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown Gators!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a scintillating 52-yard jaunt to the house. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking for a physical attack from the guy. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge, the freak. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
With the catch, it's Williams. A relatively short but effective gain. He's out of bounds at the 11. The Wolverines will call on their punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. To throw, it's Tebow. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Give to the running back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. It's third down, and they've got to get it to the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Finley. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Gives it on the option. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown, Florida! Great job by the back on the option. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Coming out with it, it's Williams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Got it in the middle, it's Boyd. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to throw, it's Svoboda. Under fire. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, they're after him. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're already in field goal range, but Jesse, they want to be aggressive, but they can't take a negative play.
Well, the play caller's got to look up and down it.
It's a big stride inside the 10. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is even bigger.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half, we'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Gonna run it, it's Robertson. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. The Gators will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Back to pass, it's Svoboda. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And the Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. Takes it on the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Gators sending the offense back to work. He wants to change this route. They'll run it to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
From the gun, the ground game. He was able to pick up a few, but not quite enough for the first down. It'll be 4th down at the 41.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They go to the ground. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to throw. It's Svoboda. Snagged in the middle. It's Boyd. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. A low line drive and short kick. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
The short hands, it's Coleman.
Guys have the backfield now. It's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. They're still up by 21.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Looking to throw, it's Svoboda. Pocket breaking down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Lofts one deep down the right side. It's caught. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. And the Wolverines racing to the line in a hurry-up. Looking downfield on 1st down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Grab near the marker. It's Ginn. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24. This defense, its head is spinning.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. They ran it on 1st down, now on 2nd. Might be changing the route. They'll leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
On the run, it's Coleman. He is stopped right at the 21-yard line, and now it'll be 4th down and decision time. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive, and that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Dropping back, it's Svoboda. Here's the heat. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
The Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Boyd.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. He'll throw it. Pulls it in. It's Kemp. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. So now it's second and long. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to throw. It's Svoboda. Pressure coming. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. The Wolverines line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.